Complex is a massive company and has a lot of influence in the sneaker world. You probably heard them from their series Shopping with Complex, where they bring on celebrities and they absolutely finesse them into buying sneakers way over market value. With that being said, Complex has released their top 10 sneakers of 2022, and we're gonna look at them together. They posted this on Twitter and I have not seen anything on this list yet. From what I heard, it's very bad, so we're gonna go through it and see. Okay, so starting off with number 10. Okay, the Union Dunk Agron. This is a pretty decent shoe. This is one of the Union collabs. There is 3 separate colorways for the Union Dunks. You can't tell by this picture, but it actually has like some distressing on the shoes, and they have some pretty decent colorways. Would I throw this in the top 10? Absolutely not. There was a lot of shoes I dropped this year, and I don't even think this makes the list, specifically this color. But it's their list. Let's keep moving on. Let's see what they got. What else did they got on here? Okay, the Nike Craft General Purpose shoes. I honestly don't even know what to say about this. The shoe is very generic. It had a lot of hype around it, and I understand why it does. The shoe was produced by Tom Sack, who has done many Nike shoes already. He made the iconic Nike Craft Mars Yard, which is still one of the highest reselling shoes of all time. I think people like this shoe because it is more of a casual shoe, and just like it says by the name, it's a general purpose shoe. Nothing too flashy about it, too special. You could just throw this on, just, you know, casual. And he's also trying to make this shoe more of like a GR type of thing where you could just walk into a store and get it. Right now there is only 2 colorways in this shoe, this one and the yellow one. Yellow one actually did release at Kohl's, which was very interesting. Kohl's does not get anything hype. So that was pretty unheard of, and it kind of shows where he's trying to go with the shoe. I don't know if all that goes into how they compile the list. I would never put this on my top 10. I might have to do my own top 10 soon. But number 9, the general purpose shoe. Now let's see what's in number 8. Number 8 is the Gucci Adidas Gazelle. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no idea about the shoe. I didn't even know this shoe dropped. Off first look, I don't really like it at all. To me, it feels like a typical designer shoe, just the pattern plastered all over the shoe. I do kind of like the clear outsole that it has on the bottom. Other than that, it seems like a generic designer shoe. So that's the number 8, the Gucci Adidas Gazelle. And in their number 7 spot, they have the Joe Fresh Good New Balance 993. I will say, this is one shoe I finally agree on. I have personally loved all of the Joe Fresh shoes that he's been doing lately. The colorways have been spectacular. The colors are not some boring white, red, black type of thing. They have pink, green, blue. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this is Joe Fresh's last shoe with New Balance. I don't think he could have did a better send off than this shoe right here. So the Joe Fresh Good New Balance 993 in spot 7, pretty solid with me. I really enjoy that pick. And number 6, the Kobe 6 Mambacita. So visually speaking, off of first glance, the shoe might not look like anything special. And if it's based strictly off of looks, I can understand why some people wouldn't put this on the list. But if you understand the story of it, it's a very deeper meaning, which I feel like qualifies it absolutely for this list. So this is the Kobe 6 Mambacita. If you don't know, this is Kobe Bryant's shoe. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, and a bunch of other people passed away in a helicopter crash. And as an honor to her and her dad, they released a shoe, which I believe represented her Sweet 16 that she would have been having. From the outside looking in, it's just a black and white shoe. But if you look at some of the details in here, if you look at the pattern, it has these black scales, and the scales are like a snake, which represents the Black Mamba, which was Kobe Bryant's alter ego. That's what they called him in the NBA. If you ever heard the term Mamba mentality, that's exactly where it comes from. His daughter Gigi also played basketball and looked up to him heavily. If you look at some of the clips of her on the court and Kobe side by side, you can see even in their mannerisms, it's almost identical. So I think that's a pretty cool detail. They also have the number 2 on the side, which is her jersey number. On the back left heel, they do have Kobe, and on the back right heel, they do have Gigi. And to top it off, on the insole, it does have the Mambacita with the halo and the wings. So overall, this is an absolutely beautiful shoe once you know the story about it. I would 100% put this in the list of top 10 for 2022. For Complex, I think that is an amazing pick. I'm really glad they threw that one in there. So let's move on to our number 5 sneaker, which is, oh my goodness, the Off-White Air Force One Brooklyn. I'm sorry, I don't care what the resale value is. This is a terrible shoe. This is a terrible shoe. There is nothing special about this shoe at all. I'm sorry, rest in peace to Virgil. First and foremost, rest in peace to Virgil. No disrespect to him at all. I don't think there's anything special about this shoe or many of the off-white Air Force Ones. I kind of like the yellow pair more than the green and the blue, but the one thing I don't like about this specific one is on the tongue, they do have a hole in it. Very strange design. I don't really understand why they did that. My favorite thing about the off-white Air Force Ones is the silver check. But besides that, I wouldn't put this anywhere in a top 5 at all. I think that's a bad pick, and I'm kind of scared now to see what's above this. So moving on to number 4, we have the Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha. Travis Scott has now dropped tons of Nike collabs, and I think by far this one might be in my top 5 for my favorite. First off, I'm a sucker for the brown and white. The color scheme is amazing. I love that the white is just not super white. The check is a cream. The sole is a cream. The hints of red on the tongue. We've seen the Travis Jordan 1 many times, and I think the backwards check still gives that element of uniqueness to the shoe. There's really not much else to say about this shoe besides simply it's just amazing to me. I 100% agree with having this in the top 5. So let's just recap real quick. We're starting to enter the top 3. So at number 4, the Reverse Mocha. Number 5, the Brooklyn Nike Air Force Ones. Number 6, the Kobe 6 Mamacita. Number 7, the Joe Fresh Good New Balance 993. Number 8, these terrible Gucci Adidas Gazelle. Number 9, Nike Craft General Purpose Shoe. And for number 10, the Union Dunk Agron. So that was their top 10 through 4. Now we're entering the top 3. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this top 3? So far, the list is looking a bit shaky. So let's move slowly into our top 3. Yes! Yes! The Jordan 4 Amamineer makes the top 3. I absolutely agree with this pick. I would even put this in my top 1 or 2 for this year. First off, if you've been in my live streams or even scroll down and seen my live streams, you know that I absolutely love this shoe and I would put this here. This shoe is a bit interesting to me because even though it is a brown, it's more like a purple, more like an eggplant color than anything. The color combo is amazing. The box matches the color combo. They have that quilted inside, which I will say, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I hate the quilted insides. They are very rough. It almost feels like it's strangling your ankles because it's so tough. But if you can get past that, I think this is probably one of the best shoes to release in a while. Absolutely love it. And for them to put this in top 3, hey, I agree with it. Number 3 was the Jordan 4 Amamineer. Number 2, if I had to guess, knowing Complex, knowing some of the people that run this company and these pages, I believe it's going to be the Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Let's see. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The Jordan 1 Lost and Found in the top 2. I knew the shoe was gonna be in here because of all the hype that has been going around for this past year that they've been leaked. Also, besides that, it is the Jordan 1 Chicago, basically one of the most iconic Jordan 1s of all time, if not the most recognizable Jordan of all time. It came with that aged look, and I think the aged look is really in right now. As you can see on the collar of the sneaker, it has like this faded type of color. The midsole of the shoe is that aged look. Even the leather on it is a bit cracked. The bottom of the shoes look like they've been worn a little bit. They have like this white color, which almost looks kind of like chalk a little bit. And to top it off, they had the packaging that looks like it fits the name. Like you stored the shoes away, you lost them, and then you found them again. The stuffing paper having Michael Jordan on it, the original Jordan 1s, $30 for the leather. That's what it was back then. And they have a old receipt from an old mom and pop shop, which is honestly a genius thing to put together. One thing I feel like is lost in today's sneaker world is they don't really tell stories about Jordans anymore. A lot of the shoes, they just produce it and they just send it out. A lot of them don't have any type of background, any story to it. This is one of the shoes that you keep in your collection forever, and when you look back on it, you just remember a time where things were great. Basing it off the list, I think top 2 is a bit high, but nevertheless, I believe I'd put this in my top 10 as well. So that is the Jordan 1 Lost and Found at spot 2, and now we're moving on to the big number 1 spot. I'm really afraid to see what this number 1 spot is. I feel like it's gonna be terrible. They knocked out some of the great shoes that I can think of off the top of my head. I feel like they're gonna sell with this number 1 spot. Okay, number 1 spot for Complex Sneaker of the Year. What the fuck? The Louis Vuitton Nike Air Force 1 is Complex's Sneaker of the Year. I genuinely don't even know what to say about this because besides it being a Louis Vuitton sneaker, it has the hype to it. This specific colorway is not good to me. Oh, actually, it does say at the bottom the collection. is number 1. Okay, if they're talking about the collection, I can understand a little bit. I kind of agree, but not at number 1 spot. I would put that in the top 10 for sure. When this shoe released, it was very limited, and the retail price, I believe, was $2,000 or something. It was extremely high. Of course, the Louis Vuitton name being on it, it was going to be high to begin with. But they also show the process right here of them making the shoe. It does say that it was fashioned by hand. Louis Vuitton is known for their expensive bags, their leather quality. I've not felt the shoe in hand, but because they make that type of luxury stuff, I can expect the leather to be that type of quality and live up to their name. They had a few colorways. Oh, wait, what? I did not know about all of these colorways. Are these real? I only knew about a few of these. The gold one, this ugly high top one right here, the blue one, the red, this other blue, the yellow. I didn't know about any of these other ones. When I thought of the collection, I thought there was only 7 of them, and I remember all 7 of them. I did not know the rest of these were even in the collection at all. As a whole for the collection, this is fucking garbage. This is terrible. This one kind of looks like the Serena Williams Air Max that released years ago. Nah, this is terrible, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry y'all even gotta look at this. This is bad. Let me click off this. I'm very shocked at this top 10. Thinking about doing my own top 10 very soon, because if I'm gonna bash them, I gotta put my own out so y'all can bash me at least if my top 10 is pretty bad. But that was Complex's top 10 sneakers of the year. I'm gonna hopefully be doing mine pretty soon, at least before the year ends. So if you're interested in that and more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below and let me know what you think about Complex's top 10 sneakers of the year, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.